When Gaza protests took over the world last year, a lot happened in the United States of America. Columbia University was one of the main campuses involved, and one of the very outspoken and public figures about Palestine was Mahmoud Khalil. The 30-year-old is now in custody. Trump's administration is cracking down on pro-Palestinian activists. What are the legal challenges and what would they face in America? We tell you more.
Deportation has got to go.
A new wave of protests have erupted on college campuses in the United States. From UC Berkeley, UCLA, Georgia, and New York, hundreds are rallying in the streets.
Students are rightly scared, and I'm scared, frankly, because not only is the Trump White House deciding to target peaceful protesters because of their views about the war in Gaza and the complicity of our university in funding it.
Unlike the pro-Palestinian protests last year, the demonstrations this year are focused on just one person, Mahmoud Khalil. Holding banners of the Palestinian activist, students across universities are seeking his release.
Release Mahmoud Khalil now! Release Mahmoud Khalil now!
We're here today to protest the illegal abduction of Mahmoud Khalil and the overall fascist Trump administration. They're trying to scare students into silence and into repression, and we're here to show that we're not scared.
The case of Mahmoud Khalil has dealt a severe blow to that trust placed in us by the world. My activist colleagues behind me on the faculty have for many years circulated petitions and signed open letters in support of political prisoners held by authoritarian regimes in places like Russia, China, and Iran. Now we're facing a horrifying reality that our own student, a member of the Columbia community, has become a political prisoner here in the United States. This is a dismal moment in American history.
What it should tell all of us.
Last term, Columbia University students began the school year with fresh protests and increased security just outside their famous New York City campus. Mahmoud Khalil became a familiar, outspoken figure in a student movement that soon spread to other US colleges. The international affairs graduate student was a fixture in and around the protest encampment on Columbia's Manhattan campus, serving as a spokesperson and negotiator for demonstrators who deplored Israel's military campaign in Gaza.
There's some progress in that in some areas regarding the statement.
He pressed the Ivy League school to cut financial ties with Israel and companies that supported the war. Now that visibility has helped make him the face of President Donald Trump's drive to punish what he calls anti-Semitic and anti-American campus protests. On Saturday, federal agents took Khalil, a legal US resident married to an American citizen, from his apartment and held him for potential detention. US President Donald Trump called the Palestinian activist a pro-Hamas foreign student and warned that this is one of the many arrests to come. Reports say US Secretary of State Marco Rubio personally signed off on the arrest of Mahmoud Khalil. The US diplomat also issued a statement saying Khalil's arrest is not a matter of free speech.
You tell us when you apply, hi, I'm trying to get into the United States on a student visa. I am a big supporter of Hamas, a murderous, barbaric group that kidnaps children, that rapes teenage girls, that takes hostages, that allows them to die in captivity, that returns more bodies than live hostages. If you tell us that you are in favor of a group like this, and if you tell us when you apply for your visa, and by the way, I intend to come to your country as a student and rile up all kinds of anti-Jewish student, anti-Semitic activities, I intend to shut down your universities. If you told us all these things when you applied for a visa, we would deny your visa. I hope we would.
Khalil is now being held in a federal detention complex in Louisiana. The Trump administration states that encampment protests made Jewish students feel unsafe on campuses and supported Hamas's agenda. Negating the US president's statement, Demonstrators from a Jewish group filled the lobby of Trump Tower on Thursday to denounce the immigration arrest. Lawyers for Mahmoud Khalil say he was taken in retaliation for exercising free speech rights. However, Khalil's arrest raises the larger question on grounds of deportation from the US and the laws around it.